All right, folks. It's about showtime. Let's get this thing live on the Foolish Show podcast. Get everything set up. We're going to turn up. Hope y'all having a great week. Start this week off right. This Monday night. Hope y'all had a great weekend. We're going to get back at it tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Foolish Show podcast. I am your host, F to the Ish Foolish, representing reality music entertainment. Y'all know how we get down, man. This is the place where we come on here. We just talk about real life stuff. Have real life conversations. The life is real. Life ain't no joke. Everybody deal with things, go through things. We ain't gonna live forever. Always remember that. So enjoy life while you're here. Appreciate every day that you have. We're gonna get this show popping in a minute. I want to announce that we now are streaming on Kick. So you can catch the Foolish Show live on Kick. Y'all come on in, man. We're going to have a good time tonight. I'm going to feed your mind, body, and soul like we always do. Come get some of this soul food. Just make sure everything is up and running. The live chat is always open. Y'all leave y'all comments. Carolyn checking in. I see you, Carolyn. Y'all come on in and hit that thumbs up. You live on the Foolish Show podcast, man. Y'all tell your friends, tell your family. Tonight's podcast show, we talking about, can you keep a secret? Is a secret meant to be kept forever? Is there certain things do you have to tell? Or can you keep that secret? And it all depends on what you're talking about. It all depends on what kind of person you're talking about. There's a lot of things depends on depends. But tonight's topic is, can you keep a secret? Can you take something to your grave? Or is something going to be eating you up so much inside you can't do it? Now, if I gave you different scenarios, you'll probably have different answers. If you found out somebody in your family molested or did something to a child, would you say something? Or would you say it's not my business? I'm going to stay out of it. See, it's different things you can think about when it comes down to, can you keep a secret? Sometimes we tell people things and tell them to keep it a secret. But it depends on what you tell it. Certain things I don't think you can keep it a secret. If your brother, your sister, or whoever done killed somebody and killed that lady down the street, and now it's all over the news saying that lady down the street dead, are you going to take that to your grave? Or are you going to tell somebody? See, I don't care nothing about that. Oh, you a snitch. Certain things I'm going to be a snitch. Because I can't hold it in. Certain things ain't my business. Now, if somebody get caught cheating, somebody tell me they cheating on their spouse, that ain't my business to tell. That ain't our business to tell unless that's one of your family members. You don't want to see your family members getting hurt. I can understand it. There might be somebody in your family that person's doing wrong, and you trying to get them up on game. See, I can see every angle to all this. I can see why you don't tell, and I can see why you tell. But it depends on what situation we're talking about. But tonight's topic is, can you keep a secret forever? Or certain things you have to tell. I think when it's on a more serious side, I don't know if you can keep that in. How many of y'all can really keep a real deep secret? Somebody told you they hurt somebody or killed somebody. Could you be able to keep that in? Can you keep that a secret? I can't. Don't come around me talking about you don't kill somebody. You don't lost your mind. I can't. I ain't no don't tell nobody. You don't took somebody's life. Or you don't bother a child. You don't did harm to a child. It ain't no keeping no secret. It ain't no this between me and you. Now, if you tell me, oh, I slept with such and such, but don't tell nobody, I might not tell nobody. because that ain't my business. See, certain things is more serious than others. Emma Oliva, 125. How you doing? Once again, y'all, she checking in from Kick. We live streaming on Kick. So make sure y'all support the movement, man. The Foolish Show podcast. We're going to make this the biggest podcast in the world. Because we get on here and talk about reality stuff. And right now, we're talking about, can you keep a secret? That's tonight's topic. Can you keep a secret forever? Or is it certain things you have to tell? Olivia 25, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Make sure y'all support the movement. If this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Reality Music Entertainment. But what would you do? Would you be able to keep a secret if it's real serious? What if somebody in your family told you that yesterday I ran somebody over with my car, and I think the person that I hit is dead, but please don't tell nobody? What you gonna do? Are you gonna talk? Olivia says, where are you from, buddy? Checking in from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, what would you do if you was in that situation? Would you tell, or would you take that secret to the grave? Olivia says, I'm from Florida. That's what's up. Florida, every state, y'all check in, man. We live right now on the Foolish Show. Tonight's topic, can you keep a secret for life, or would you have to tell somebody? Is it certain things that you take to your grave? Now, if somebody told you some inner secrets about themselves, I don't think as long as they harm anybody or is harming anyone in a certain way, maybe you can be able to keep that secret. That's between you and them people. But it's hard to keep a secret if it's a severe secret, if it's critical. If somebody's life depending on it. If somebody said, hey, listen, I'm thinking about killing such and such. See what I'm saying? If somebody tell you, hey, I'm thinking about killing such and such, well, please don't tell nobody. I'm going to sneak up on them and I'm going to shoot them one day. What you going to do? Are you going to keep your mouth closed? Or are you going to tell? I guess we never know unless we're in that situation. Olivia, I hear you. We'll talk about it. I appreciate it. But what y'all would do if y'all was in those certain situations? Is it certain secrets you will take to your grave? Or will your conscience be bothering you so much that you have to say something? It depends on how bad it is. Like I said, if you're not telling me that you done molested somebody or killed somebody, it may not be for me to tell. So can you keep a secret? How long can you keep a secret? If that secret affects somebody around you, how long would you be able to hold that in and not say nothing? This is something I thought about today, and I said we're going to talk about this on the podcast. Can you keep a secret forever? Certain people, they can take things, they took things to their grave, never told a soul about it. Certain things that they seen and did that they never told nobody. Other people, some things they can't hold in. It be building up. It be messing with them. Certain things people just can't hold in. They got to say something. There's some people don't want to say something because they might be labeled a snitch. But if somebody done lost their life or going to lose their life, that's worth snitching over. Because what if that was your life or somebody around you that you love? What if that it was their life that was taken? What if that was your mama, your dad, your brother, your sister? Put yourself in that situation. When your family is grieving and in pain, everybody crying, sad. Put yourself in that situation. Would you be able to keep a secret and not tell nobody what you know? Somebody told you that they just shot somebody in the head, but don't tell nobody. That's between me and you. Are you going to be able to sleep good at night? Or would that just be eating at your conscience, knowing that somebody's life was taken and you ain't saying nothing about it? What if you got a friend that said, hey, I went in such and such purse and took her money out. But don't tell her, because we friends, we homegirls. Don't tell nobody. That's between me and you. But the other female is your friend too. Are you going to tell your other friend that the other friend don't stole from them? Or are you going to say they ain't got nothing to do with me? See, you don't know until you get in those situations what you'll do, how you'll react. Everybody react different to certain situations. Until you get in those shoes, you don't know what you'll do. You can say, I'll do this, I'll do that. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, man. We live streaming right now on Facebook, Kick, and YouTube. Support the movement. Make sure y'all check out The Foolish Show every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the radio. 2 radio stations, socialradio.com and theblock105.com. Make sure y'all tune in. But tonight's topic, we're talking about, would you be able to keep a secret? How long would you be able to keep a secret that somebody done told you? Can you really take it to your grave? What if it's something real serious? What if they say they killed somebody or raped somebody? What if they went to jail and they say they buried $500,000 somewhere and nobody don't know it but you? Would you go get that money? Or would you say, nah, I'm gonna keep that a secret? And the person's money is buried, but they in jail for 25, 30 years. What would you do? Would you keep that secret to yourself? Or would you go tell a friend and say, hey, let's go get this money? They ain't coming out no time soon. It depends on who you're talking to. Different people will react in different ways. Some people, they're able to keep a secret, hold things into their chest. Miss Patterson says, hey, definitely not a secret for the next child to get hurt. Miss Patterson checking in from Texas. Appreciate you, Miss Patterson. Well, how long can y'all keep that secret in? If you knew something very important, somebody close to you was about to get hurt, and you knew about it, are you going to say something? Or are you going to say, hey, I'm going to stay out the way. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Somebody did something to your friend's child, and they told you. But they said, you better not say nothing now. That's between us. What you going to do? Are you going to open your mouth? Or are you going to keep your mouth closed and stay out the way? These are the things to think about. What would you do in those situations? Can you be able to keep a secret? Is a secret meant to be kept forever? If somebody told you something, say, hey, this is between me and you. Please don't say nothing to nobody else. Please don't say nothing. But I just shot and killed somebody. You'll probably see it on the news or on Facebook, on social media. That was me. What you gonna do? Are you gonna hold that information? Or are you gonna run your mouth? Even though that person said keep it a secret, are you really gonna keep that a secret? They done told you they done killed somebody. And it's everywhere. And you know about it. You can say they ain't got nothing to do with me. I wasn't there. Thank God it ain't me and my family. I wasn't there, so I'm going to stay out the way. Or you can say, nah, I'm going to stop this crazy fool. And I'm going to tell. Sometimes you got to open your mouth. Certain things you can't keep a secret, in my opinion. Certain things you can't. If certain things ain't really got nothing to do with you, who somebody's sexing and all that, you can let that go, because that's the people's bedroom. But even that comes with a but. Because what if somebody's sleeping with your cousin, but then trying to sleep with you? Are you not going to tell your cousin? Or are you going to say, I'm going to just let my cousin find out that her boyfriend or her man trying to sleep with me? Or are you going to say, hey, cuz, listen, this is what it is. Like, where do you stand? How long can you keep a secret, or do you open your mouth? Would you tell your cousin that a man is making passes at you? Or would you just say, they ain't got nothing to do with me, I'll let her find out for herself? They ain't got nothing to do with me. It depends on who you're talking to, what answer you're going to get. It depends on what kind of person you're dealing with. Some people are going to react in different ways. Tonight's topic, can you keep a secret? How long can you keep a secret? Should certain secrets be kept? Certain things you can't keep your mouth closed about, especially if it causes somebody harm, if somebody's life is in danger, if it's affecting somebody's family. That's hard to keep in. Some people still can keep in, but that's hard to keep in when you're dealing with somebody's family. Some secrets are not meant to be kept. Some secrets are. Some things, some people should be able to trust to tell you about it. If I had an accident on myself and me and you laughed about it, and I told you about it, and I told you it happened to me while I was at the store, that don't mean you go turn around and tell everybody. I say, don't tell nobody now. That don't mean you got to go broadcast it, because I done told you I done crapped in my pants. Stuff like that, you should be able to keep a secret. We should be able to laugh about it. You ain't got to tell everybody. But y'all know that some people, and we all know these people, they can't hold water. You might as well announce it if you're telling these people. Some people will tell everything. They can't hold nothing. They can tell you about everybody, business, what they got going on, who they screwing, how they screwing, what time of day. It's that one person in the neighborhood that's watching everybody. They can tell how many boyfriends you got, how many girlfriends, how many baby daddies and baby mamas. You got that one person that always worry about everybody's business. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You have to deal with the consequences of whatever you do. Me or nobody else can't tell you how to live your life. You got to live it. We just got to be cautious of the decisions that we make. But if somebody told you something real crazy, would you be able to keep that a secret? Or you got to tell somebody about it? Do you have to open your mouth? Certain things I say, yeah. Somebody just told you, hey, I just killed somebody, or I'm going to hurt such and such tomorrow. I think I'm going to take their life. I think you need to open your mouth. Because maybe you could be saving somebody's life in the process. It's one thing that, yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me stay out the way. That's the easy thing to do. And sometimes that's the best way to do it, just stay out of it if it ain't got nothing to do with you. But if certain things right there at your front door, if it's right in your face, how can you turn away? You got to deal with what you see. Can't run away from it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to eat you up inside. Every time you turn on TV and that person got killed, and the person that took that person's life, you know them and they done told you face to face that they did it. How are you going to handle that? Would you be able to keep that a secret forever and not say nothing? Or would you tell somebody? What would y'all do? You was put in certain situations. Would you be able to keep that secret forever? What if your friends, you best friend, and you know her husband well, and she say, child, listen, it's something I want to tell you. I'm having a baby, but it's not Robert's. It's Ricky's. Please don't say nothing. And you and that lady husband is tight, and you have to look at this man all the time. Are you going to be like, man, I'm so happy for y'all and y'all baby, and sit up there and lie in that man's face? Or you going to say, girl, you got to tell him. You better tell him, or I'm going to tell him. Because that ain't right. Which side of the fence would you be on? Would you tell your homegirl, hey, you got to tell that man that ain't his baby? Or would you say, I'm going to stay out of it? It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't my life. It ain't my baby. That's between them. That's between y'all. What would you do? If you was put in these situations, would you keep a secret? Or would you tell somebody? What would you do if certain things happened to you and you was caught up in different circumstances? If you saw somebody coming out of your neighbor's yard with a TV and I'm broken in people's house, you saw them what they was wearing, how they looked, are you going to say something? Or are you going to say it ain't my house? They ain't got nothing to do with me. It all depends on who you talk to. Because some people say I ain't snitching no matter what. They don't care what the circumstances is. They ain't telling nothing. There's other people that are telling a heartbeat. You know, when we was kids, when you got in trouble and you got siblings, you know what I'm talking about. You got brothers and sisters, you be like, ooh, I'm telling mama. Mama, whatchamacallit, broke that vase. Whatchamacallit, put their feet on your sofa. We've been telling as kids. When we see something, we say something. But as you get older, they tell you not to tell. There's certain things you can stay out of, ain't got nothing to do with you, ain't your business. But it's affecting somebody's life or a child. Anything drastic like that, it's hard to keep that inside. That should bother you. If you know somebody done did something to a child and they still walk around free and probably doing it to other children, how long are you going to keep your mouth closed and let other innocent people get hurt? Certain things, you got to open your mouth. Whether you think it's your business or not. If you're able to save people's lives, certain things you cannot keep a secret. You got to have a heart. It's called have a conscience. Forget that I ain't snitching. Don't come around me and you killing somebody. You don't kill somebody I know. I'm telling. Ain't no I don't know. If I know you did it, I'm going to tell exactly everything you told me. I'm going to tell it. It's just certain things, it don't fly with me. Ain't that much keeping it real in the world. Now when you done took somebody's life or bothered somebody's child, you done raped somebody, you done molested somebody, and you want me to keep it a secret? Nah, that can't fly with me. Because that's going to eat me up every night. Knowing that I know this, and I ain't doing nothing about it. I ain't saying that. The fact that I know about it is going to eat me up. Now, there's certain things you keep your mouth closed about. Certain things you ain't got to say something. When it's dealing with other people's business, other people's problems, other people's affairs, what going on under their roof, a lot of times we need to stay out of it. Other people's relationships, love, marriages, some of those things we got to stay out of. But certain things you cannot keep a secret, especially when it's hurting somebody. When somebody's in a bad position and you won't help because you won't open your mouth. Somebody's life could depend on it. If somebody tried to do something to somebody you know, don't you want to protect them? Don't you want to help them out? So no matter who it is, nobody deserves to be harmed. You want everybody to live life. So there's certain things, I don't think you can keep it a secret. I don't care if somebody said, please don't tell. If you my friend, you won't tell nobody. If it's not that drastic, I ain't saying nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, if it's over dramatic, if it's a cold red, I got to press the button. Ain't no keeping quiet. Not when it's dealing with something crazy. When you don't cross the line, ain't no be quiet. Ain't no shh. Nah. They ain't gonna fly with me. There ain't no shh. Don't say nothing. Nah. You can't be standing by me and then you snatch that old lady purse and tell me, shh, be quiet, don't say nothing. I'm gonna say you stole that damn lady purse. Come on now. As the old folks used to say, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. You know it ain't right. You treat people how you want to be treated. Certain things you can keep a secret. Certain things you cannot. There ain't no be quiet. It's between me and you don't went out there and shot somebody's mama. Or you don't went out there and got into a crash and killed people and left. And you the prime suspect. And you admit and said that you don't kill them people. How can you be quiet? People done lost their life. How can you be quiet? So tonight, that's what we're talking about. Can you keep a secret? Is a secret meant to be kept until you go to the grave? Or is it certain things you have to tell and get it off your chest? How many of y'all could be able to keep that secret forever? Somebody told you something. Would you be able to hold that in forever? Or would it be eating you up so bad that you got to say something? You can't fake it. You got to talk. You got to let it out. What side of the fence are you on? Would you be one of those people that just say, hey, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm over here minding my business. When you know somebody done lost their life. When you know that little child done been abused. Almost killed. And you choose not to say nothing. How can you sleep at night? How can you be able to live with yourself knowing that you could have did something to help this innocent child? But just because it's somebody you know and they said, please don't say nothing, you think that you got to keep it real and be quiet. What's keeping it real is opening your mouth. Protecting that innocent child. NK Rose checking in. I see you. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, man. Keep coming in. Once again, we live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and we on Kick. We on Kick now, y'all. The Foolish Show is on Kick, so make sure y'all subscribe. But this is what you get. That reality talk. We get on here and talk about reality stuff. We ain't on here to talk about what's going on with no celebrities, what's in the gossip, what's in the shade and blogs. We're going to talk about real life stuff. And tonight, we're talking about keeping secrets. Because we don't all have people to tell you something and say, shh, be quiet, don't say nothing. It's between us. But we know a lot of y'all Y'all didn't keep a secret. Y'all went and told. Ooh, girl, don't you know that Wanza said that her and her husband got in a fight and she stabbed him in the stomach and he had to get 15 stitches? She told me not to say nothing, girl, but I just had to tell it because that man almost died. It's just certain things you ain't gonna be able to keep in. And there's certain people, you know they can't hold nothing. You tell them and say don't say nothing, and you know doggone well those people run and tell. Your business gonna be around the corner and back within 5 minutes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We know them type of people. There's some people that can't keep a secret if their life depended on it. Because they talk too much. They talk so much they're gonna tell any and everything. They're gonna tell you things that you ain't even want to know. Y'all know the people I'm talking about. We all know those are people that know everybody's business, but they ain't gonna tell what they got going on. But they know everybody's secrets. They got everybody's dirty laundry, but they ain't gonna tell their own. They want to expose everybody else, but they ain't gonna talk about their own life. So tonight's topic, can you keep a secret forever? Or certain things meant to be told? It depends on who you're talking to. It depends on what they tell you. If they tell you something about their health, then I think you should be able to keep that a secret. If that's your friend and they don't want nobody to know, it's cool for you not to say that. Some people still might not can't keep that in, that it'll be eating them up and hurting them inside, that they have to say something. They got to tell their spouse or their kids or somebody. And they just hope that they don't get back to the person that said, don't say that. So a lot of times it's hard for us to keep anything a secret. As soon as somebody tell you something, it's hard for you not to spread the news. Especially when there's something juicy. When somebody gets some juicy news, they can't wait to get on the phone. They can't wait to get the text. They can't wait to get the posting. That's just how some people is. So what can we do about it? You just got to be careful who you tell all your business to. Can't trust everybody. I got trust issues. I don't trust everybody. I don't tell everybody everything I got going on. I don't let everybody into my world. It's not meant for everybody to know. But can you keep a secret? And for how long? Some people wait till they get on their deathbed, their last days, and they start just confessing a lot of stuff. A lot of people give their confessions on their deathbed because they want to get all that off their chest and off their heart before they die. And I can respect that. If you don't want to take these lies and these burdens with you, and you trying to repent and ask for forgiveness, then I understand. I understand you confessing everything wrong. Because there ain't nothing wrong with owning up to your wrongs. Admit when you're wrong. We ain't always right. We don't always have the answers. Not the right answers. We don't always make the best decisions when it comes to life. A lot of times we all do things that we wish we could take back. We say a lot of things that we don't mean, especially when we're upset. We hurt a lot of people with our words and with our actions. A lot of us done been heartbroken in relationships. You done had ups and downs. You done had people tell you lies. You done had people stealing from you. All these things we all deal with as long as you live. Every day that you're alive, somebody gonna say something about you, whether it's good or bad. Everybody gonna have an opinion. All you can worry about is control what you can control. Live your life how you want to live it. Just live it carefully. Watch what you do. Watch what you say. You don't want to put bad energy out all the time. You don't want to be surrounded by drama, negativity. You don't want all that in your life. How far that's gonna get you? Imagine waking up every day and it's always drunk. It's always something. You got to get in an argument about somebody. You got to carry a gun and look over your shoulder every time you step out the door. That's not a comfortable way you want to live. You want to wake up and be happy and stress-free. Be able to go do what you want to do. Enjoy your family and your kids if you have some. You want to enjoy all this beautiful world that God has made. But it all comes to how you live your life. But some people, they can keep secrets. A lot of people keep secrets for years and years and years and years and years. They hold it in. They never tell nobody. Then sometimes they wait till they get older. They get in their 50s, 60s, 70s, they go to telling everything. Man, when I was 25, I did this. When I was 30, I seen this. Some people just start confessing. Start talking. So how long can you keep a secret? Is it forever? Some secrets you can't keep forever. Not with dealing with people's lives. Or somebody being bothered. You can't keep that no secret. You got to open your mouth. If you can be able to save somebody from harm, you got to open your mouth. You got to have some kind of care for the next person. You got to have some kind of heart. You want to be blessed. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Are you eating what I'm feeding you? Some things you can keep it a secret. Somebody trusts you enough to tell you something that they feel is important and nobody's life is in danger. That should be between you and that person. They should be able to trust you because you gave them their word, your word, that you wouldn't say that. You told them this between us. And a lot of us done did that and still went and told all them people business. I ain't gonna say that. I promise you I ain't gonna say that. I would not tell nobody. And that person's business be all in the streets by tomorrow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how it goes. Some people can hold secrets. Some people can't. Depends on who you're talking to. Depends on who you're talking about. Depends on what you're talking about. Would you be able to keep a secret? Somebody told you something real bad. They killed somebody. They stole somebody's stuff. They went and broke in your neighbor's house and stole all their stuff. And it was your brother or sister. And they say, don't tell them that. Don't say that now. We family. We blood. Don't tell nobody I stole them people TV and all their money and jewelry. What you gonna do? You gonna say that's my brother and my sister. I ain't telling them. I ain't saying that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Or you one of them type of people like, you don't stole them people's stuff. That ain't right. I'm finna say something. Because you wouldn't want that happening to you. What if somebody came and stole all your stuff? Or all your mama's stuff? Most of y'all be ready to crash out. You ready to shoot, kill, and fight somebody. You be ready to go to jail if it happened to you. Sometimes you got to pretend like that happened to you. It's all right to keep secrets if it ain't that drastic. Some things ain't meant to be told. Some secrets are meant to be kept because everybody don't have to know. A lot of things you don't have to tell everybody. You don't have to tell all your friends and everybody about everything in your life. You don't have to give them all the details. You can leave people wondering. You ain't got to give them all your dirt. If you choose to open up to somebody, make sure that's somebody you really can open up to. Not somebody, as soon as y'all fall out, as soon as you get mad, they're going to tell all your business. You know what kind of person you're dealing with. You know if you can really trust that person and tell them and they ain't going to say nothing to nobody. Or you know, if I tell such and such, I know they going to tell. I know they ain't going to hold it in. You already know it. We know who we can tell stuff and who we can't. Ain't no secret. But it depends on what kind of things we talking about, folks. If we talking about somebody telling you something that they did crazy, they done harmed a child, they done hit somebody and did a hit and run and came home and left somebody's body in the middle of the road, and they told you about it, it's going to be hard for you to keep quiet. If you got a conscience, it's going to be hard for you not to say something. When somebody's family member could be dead or hurt badly laying up in that road, and you know about it, and that person told you to be quiet, and you ain't open your mouth and say nothing. You did nothing to help that person in need. Are you going to be able to live with yourself? Are you going to be able to live with the consequences of what you know? Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Certain secrets you can't keep in. You have to open your mouth. You see something, say something. Especially when it's dealing with innocent kids, older people, or just people that ain't bothering nobody in general. And you know something's happening to them that shouldn't be happening. Ain't no keeping no secrets when people out here doing crazy stuff and they telling you about it. And you enabling them by keeping your mouth closed. By not saying that, now you're allowing this crazy person to still be out here and be crazy. Ain't nobody putting a stop to it. Because they telling you, we friends. You don't supposed to say that. Don't tell nobody. This is between me and you. Nah. Not on certain things. Don't tell me you finna go over there and shoot that little boy and expect me to keep my mouth closed. I'm gonna open my mouth. Don't tell me you finna go over there and punch that lady in the face and that's somebody's mama and you want me to keep my mouth closed. Nah, that ain't what happened. There's certain things I can't keep my mouth shut about. Certain things I can't. Now, if you want to go over there and use the bathroom in the people's yard, I ain't gonna say that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If you walked out the store and you stole a bag of chips, I ain't going to say that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Because they ain't drastic. It ain't crossing that line. Ain't nobody was harmed physically or nothing like that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't for me to tell. But don't come tell me something crazy and expect me to be quiet. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different ball game. Don't tell me you touched a child or you tried to kill one of your kids and then say, oh, but listen, bro, I don't want you to say nothing. Nah. I was just so upset. I tried to kill my daughter. Nah, bro, I got to say something. Because I can save somebody's life by opening my mouth. I got to say something. I got to have a talk with you. I got to talk to somebody to talk to you. They got to sit you down. Because you ain't thinking straight. Ain't no, let's keep it quiet. Now I'm allowing time to go on for you to snap. I don't know when you're going to snap and try to kill your own kids or somebody. So I got to try to stop that. Ain't no mind my business when it comes down to that. Because somebody's life is in danger. That's why I say some things, it ain't no keep a secret. Be quiet. It ain't no shh. Not when we're talking about innocent kids. That's pure. If you could prevent harm from happening to them and somebody told you that they did something or going to do something to them, and you got an opportunity to stop it, there's no way you should keep your mouth shut. Now, if you got a conscience, now if you got a heart, there's no way you could be able to sleep at night knowing it's something that you could have did to help. There's no way if you're a good person. Certain things, keep it a secret. Certain things, you should mind your own business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm going to stay over here. Especially when it comes down to people, relationships, problems. Everybody got problems of their own. Everybody deal with things. No matter who you are. Like I said, it depends on who you talk to and how a person will react. Some people will tell you straight up, nah, I can't keep that no secret. Do you realize what you just told me? They'll look in your face and say, I'm gonna say something. Ain't no between us. Ain't no quiet about this. That's why I said it depends on how serious it is of what these people tell you. If they're talking about killing themselves tonight, and they say, don't say nothing, but tonight at 12 o'clock, I'm going to kill myself. You got to try your best to not let that happen. Get somebody to try to prevent that from happening. If you can. Certain things it's meant to be, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We can't stop. But if you can do something about it, then you got to do something about it. There ain't no keeping no secret when it comes down to somebody's life. There ain't no keeping no secret when it's dealing with innocent kids. There ain't no keeping no secrets when you about to do something to somebody's family member or you done did something and now you talking about don't say that. Don't tell nobody. You told somebody, you told me. If that's the case, you should have took it to your grave. But there's certain things you just can't hold in because it's going to eat you up and bother you. It's going to sit in your conscience that you ain't going to be able to sleep. It's going to be on your mind every day that this person told me this. And you ain't did nothing about it. You didn't do nothing to help the situation at all. Whether it was good or bad, you ain't even tried. You don't even care. Some people just don't care. If they feel like it's not them, not their family, not their family member, I ain't got nothing to do with me. And it's cool for people to mind their own business. But if certain things come at your front door, what you gonna do about it? The situation is right there in front of you. You gotta address it. So tonight's topic, we've been talking about, can you keep a secret for life? Or certain things you have to tell. One of your friends came and told you they murdered somebody. Or they're going to do something to somebody in the neighborhood. Or they're going to hurt a child. But they say, you my homie. You my bestie. Don't say that now. This is between us. I know I can trust you not to say that. What you going to do? You going to keep your mouth shut? Or you going to say, nah, you got like messed up. I'm going to say something. You talking crazy. You don't lost your mind. I can't let this go on. Depends on who you talk to or how they react. Some people will stay out the way. Some people will do what they can to try to fix that situation and help it out. Because they won't be able to sleep. Some people can't sleep with certain things on their conscience, on their heart. It'll be eating them up inside. Some people can't take no secrets to their grave. That's why you see a lot of people start confessing. Or they go to a pastor and a priest and they start confessing. Confessing their sins and all the wrongs that they done did. And ain't nothing wrong with confessing. Telling all your secrets because you're getting it off your chest. You flushing it out your system. You got to detox. You got to get all that nonsense out of your system. So there ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of people tell each other secrets. How many people keep those secrets? Is the person you telling going to be the first one to tell somebody? Can you trust them people with your business? You can tell somebody, listen, I ain't gonna lie, don't say nothing. Now this is between me and you, but I ain't really got no money. I'm broke. Only got $5 in my bank account, but don't tell nobody. What's the chances of them people not telling everybody that you broke? Everybody probably gonna know you broke within a couple of hours. Man, I heard Foolish ain't got a dime. Man, Foolish just be talking and he ain't got no money in his pocket. I heard it because they say he only had $10 or $5 to his name. That's what he told somebody. People talk about you in a minute. They'll tell you business in a minute. So it really ain't no secrets. People will tell your business in a heartbeat. They ain't got no problem with it. So which side of the fence are you on? Can you keep a secret? How long can you keep that secret? Or is there certain things you cannot hold in? Is there certain things you cannot keep inside? You have to tell. Where do you sit when it comes down to that? Would you be able to tell somebody if it's that important? Or would you say it's not my business? Let me stay out of the way and keep my mouth closed. If somebody's life, if somebody's safety depending on it, their well-being depending on you or somebody saying something, would you be that person? Or would you take that secret to the grave? Would you keep quiet forever? Somebody told you something and say, don't ever be able to do that. Is that something hard for you to do? Can that person trust you? Can they trust you and tell you something that's important to them? How much do you value their friendship for you to say whatever you say is safe with me? Can that person trust you when they're telling you their personal business? A lot of times we vent, but we vent to the wrong people that don't really care, and all they're going to do is talk about you. Rick says, where does the devil say, go talk to anybody? You want to talk to somebody, you can always talk to God. A lot of people like to get on social media and vent, but you can go talk to God. He's always listening. Anytime you're going through something, don't be afraid to talk to God. But if you want to talk to somebody and you want to talk to a human being, just be careful who you're talking to. Everybody ain't going to have your back. There's a lot of people going to pretend that they're your friend. There's a lot of people that are going to pretend that they with you. They're going to pretend that they riding with you, and they'll do anything for you. But as soon as times get rough, they'll separate from you. They'll leave you hanging. So sometimes it's best for you to not tell everybody everything. See, once you tell somebody all your deep secrets, now they can use that as a weapon. Because if y'all become enemies, they can say, I know this about you. I will tell everybody about this about you. I tell everybody you got this disease. I will tell everybody how you've been stealing. They will let all your dirty laundry out. Soon as y'all have a falling out and not friends no more. Rizzo says, God says, still the devil's. I don't know what that last thing say. So tonight's topic, can you keep a secret? Is a secret meant to be kept forever? It depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about somebody's life or somebody's life being taken, I don't think that need to be kept a secret. If there's something that you know, you have information, or if a person done told you I don't kill this person, I did it, and they might told you, what you gonna do with that information? And it's somebody that you know that they killed. Are you gonna be quiet and say, it ain't my job, I ain't the police, they ain't got nothing to do with me? But that's somebody's loved one. That's somebody's child. And somebody done told you that they took their life. They murdered them. But they telling you, don't tell nobody. You're the only one I'm telling. Keep it a secret. Now I can trust you. How many of y'all gonna keep that secret? Or would you tell somebody? That's why I say it all depends on what secret we're talking about. Certain things you can keep quiet. Certain things you should be quiet about. If it ain't got nothing to do with you in a major way, it ain't nobody hurt or harmed. Sometimes it's best to stay out of the way and mind your own business. You gotta take care of your own household before you can worry about everybody else's. So we all deal with things. Rick Soul says secrets came because the male can't get money. And everybody has secrets. Everybody has something in their closet that they hide. They just ain't never show it or never tell nobody. Everybody had their own hidden secrets in their closets. But a lot of times they always say skeletons always come out of the closet. What's done in the dark would always come to the light. So some secrets never stay hidden. In time, they always be revealed. But if certain things ain't meant to be known. Nobody knows how God looks. That's something that's a secret to this day. Nobody's seen the face of God, his features, and is down here talking about it. If they did, they're in the other life, in the other world, in the other side. We don't know about it. So nobody can tell you how God looks. That's the biggest secret. But that's the best kept secret. That's a mystery. It leaves you wondering. See, God is not a person, so he doesn't have a face. That's a spirit. So you have to believe in something to have faith in the spirit. That's where your faith comes in at. That's where your faith gets tested. Because you have to believe in the spirit, the Holy Spirit. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? The dark said, where is Jesus? But we had a great podcast tonight, y'all. Told you we talk about real life stuff. And tonight's topic, we talked about, can you keep a secret for life? Or is a secret meant to be told? Some things you don't have to say nothing. Sometimes you got to open your mouth and say something. Certain things you cannot hold in when it has an effect on somebody else's well-being or their life. You got to say something. If you got a chance to help somebody or save somebody's life, you got to open your mouth. No matter how much you said I was going to keep quiet, I ain't telling nobody. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? But I appreciate all the love and support. Remember, y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel if you ain't already. Reality Music Entertainment. That's the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button. And make sure y'all check The Foolish Show out. The Foolish Show podcast is now on Kick. So y'all look me up on Kick. Rapper Foolish. On Kick. Subscribe. Check me out on Facebook Live. And you can check me out every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the radio. 2 stations. Socialradio.com and theblock105.com. Tune in 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday nights. You can check out this podcast. I appreciate y'all, man. We about to let y'all go. Hope y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Make sure y'all tune in on the next podcast. Y'all know how we get down. One love, everybody.